Wild boars, feral pigs, wild hogs. They're all different names for the same beast. In southern states, the problem is out of control. And behind me is video of U.S. Fish and Wildlife trying to eradicate feral pigs in Texas. Now, these pigs are destructive. They kill and eat almost anything in sight. They destroy habitat for wildlife and destroy wildlife. Wild boars multiply fast, adapt quickly, and the more they're hunted, the smarter they get. But did you know we do have feral pigs in North Dakota? The North Dakota Game and Fish Department responds to a couple of calls a year. They, along with the Board of Animal Health and the Fish and Wildlife Service, are always working to raise awareness so that North Dakota doesn't end up like Texas, per se. We sat down with Jeb Williams, who describes the wild wilburs and what to do if you see one on your property.
I believe it was 2006, there was around 18 to 20, reports anyway, of 18 to 20 feral pigs in the Badlands. And that was kind of North Dakota's first dealing with that situation.
Jeb Williams says although wild boars in the state are somewhat rare, to this day there are 1 to 2 calls a year. Just in October, this big guy showed up on Joe Bender's trail camera near Bottineau. He was never seen again.
They're nasty.
They can be, yeah, absolutely. They can, they can be very damaging to agricultural crops. They can be damaging to wildlife habitat. They can be damaging to native wildlife in North Dakota.
Williams says every wild hog is an escaped farm pig, but no longer look like your stereotypical pink one. They change to survive in the wild.
They adapt very quick to that environment, biologically, physically, and then their behaviors as well, which again makes them a pretty tough opponent to try to remove off that landscape.
They become almost impossible for the average Joe to hunt because they're smart and extremely tough.
We all have the image in our head of what that domestic farm pig looks like, and give it a little bit of time and that's not what it looks like.
And with every passing bullet, they get smarter, adapt, run, go nocturnal, and tell their friends to watch out. A swing and a miss is just one of the reasons Game and Fish does not want hunters to shoot.
The knowledge and understanding that we have a lot of times comes from our education from other states who have been very clear in their statements about you're lucky, don't ever let this become a problem in your state if you have that ability.
Williams attributes the recreational hunting of feral pigs in the southern states to be part of the problem. If there are enough pigs to hunt, there are already too many, and the problem is already out of control. Now, while we just touched on the reasons never to shoot at a wild boar, there's always an exception: self-defense. So check out this mount behind me. That is some pig. 14 years ago, near Stanley, North Dakota, a wild hog came hurtling towards a nearby railroad worker. Tim Defoe took a shot, and to this day, the event is shrouded in mystery. So tune in tomorrow on KX News to hear his story.
Coming up next on KX